Hey, this is Tim, licensed loan officer. Welcome to the channel. On this video, we're going to talk about the secrets on how to get approved with bad credit. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Tim Koviak. And what this channel is all about, we talk about first-time home buyers, leveling up, credit, saving, budgeting, all that good stuff. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to get approved if you have bad credit. Now, just so you know, I want to be really clear. What is bad credit? Okay. What I think bad credit is like 500 and up, maybe a 580, 570, something like that. If you're above, I would say 620, that is considered somewhat bad credit. But I'm talking about people that have like really bad credit. So buckle up. I'll give you the secrets. Now, I want to say this first before I get into the tips. You have to be understanding from both sides. One side, there's a lender that you're basically requesting to borrow thousands and thousands of dollars to buy a home. Okay? So lenders want to set you up for success. They don't want you to default. They don't want to foreclose on you. They don't want to kick you out, anything like that. So they kind of want to, not approve you or deny you, because they just have certain standards. Most lenders want a 620 or above, or at least a 660, 670 FICO, around there. But if you have less than perfect credit, I'm going to give you some tips here. And nobody wins. The lender loses money if you default, and also you lose a home. So it's a really bad situation. So we have these guards in here and these guidelines to protect you so you can keep the home. And then also protect the lender so they get paid, So the first tip I want to talk about is wait 12 months from your last late on any account on the credit report. So if you had a lot of late payments, I don't care if it's on credit cards, auto loans, a personal loan, whatever the last late payment, wait 12 months, okay? Sometimes you just need to wait and make some on-time payments to show the lender that you got back on your feet, okay? So just sometimes you got to take a break. And in the meantime, what you want to do is keep using credit responsibly, because the biggest thing is payment history. Lenders are looking at payment history. Are you paying those bills on time? So within that 12 period, if you have some open accounts, pay them on time, or maybe do a secure card, but just give it 12 months. The next tip is you can increase your down payment. Now, I know this is kind of a two-for-all. Most of the time, if you had a few late payments, if you had the money, you would pay it. But maybe you need to save up a little bit. By putting a larger down payment, it's called loan to value. You lower the risk to the lender. Lenders like it when you put a little bit more of a down payment, and we call that a compensating factor. So yeah, I have bad credit, but I'm going to put a bigger down payment to show you, in good faith that I'm not going to lose all that money. Think about that. If you put a larger down payment, you're showing good faith that you have some money. And another tip is to have maybe some money left over, like 6 months in reserve. Sometimes 6 months in reserve helps, because that can show that if anything happens, you have enough money liquid in a checking or savings or maybe retirement to show that you can cover your payments. So a larger down payment could help with bad credit. Let's get into the next tip here. And sometimes you may need a cosigner. A cosigner is basically somebody signing to say, if you have trouble, I'll make the payment. Now, I'm really not a big fan of cosigners, because there's been stats that most people that cosign for the people end up having, be on the hook for that. So a cosigner might help you, and it can strengthen your application. But remember, that's kind of tough, because you're basically telling someone to back you up. And it may be an uncomfortable conversation to your parents, but if you have someone that with a lot of income that could afford to make your mortgage payment, in a case you can't make it, a cosigner will help. And then you want to shop around. And what I mean by shop around is talk to a lender, talk to different brokers, because they have different guidelines. Maybe talk to your bank where you have your checking and savings with an existing relationship with, where they can see your direct deposit and you have some accounts with them. So shop around. Lenders have different guidelines. Like what this lender says you're declined, this lender might approve you with some stipulations. And what you want to do is kind of combine these. So maybe wait 12 months and do 10%, or shop around and wait 12 months, or shop around and do 10%. And sometimes you want to save and get your down payment up a little bit. And then the last tip here is you want to be honest and transparent with lenders. Like, don't waste their time. Don't have your credit be run. Just kind of be upfront with them. I got declined by this bank. This is what they told me, and S and X, or I fell in a hard. Explain it. Paint the picture. And sometimes you can write a letter explanation, just explaining what happened, why you have a few late payments. Maybe you co-signed for somebody and they didn't make the payments, and whatever the situation. Just be honest and transparent. And if you have more questions, you can always drop me a comment. But yeah, just be very upfront with them, because lenders are in business to do loans. They want to give you a loan. You have to meet their guidelines. You just have to meet their qualifications. Some lenders say a minimum 620. Some lenders a minimum 500, 580. It really depends. And you could have that conversation with your loan officer before you apply, because when you apply, they're usually going to do a soft credit or maybe a hard credit and see where you are. And before they see those things, you could have the conversation with them. And if they already tell you, hey, we're kind of a strict lender, we don't really like bad credit, then you just go to another lender. But keep trying. Don't give up on your dreams. We all run into rough patches. We all have had a few times we lose our job or get sick. Things happen, and lenders understand that. But if you've been on the job and you're making payments on time and you're recovering, they weigh that too. You basically have to paint that picture and convince them of why you're a good risk, because that's basically what it is. It's a risk. Credit is just a reliability number on how likely you are to make your payment and pay back your loan. Thank you so much for watching. And again, drop me a comment if you like this kind of content. If you're looking to buy a home in the next couple of years, subscribe to this channel. I'm constantly making videos to help you, to motivate you, give you the game and tips and advice. Thank you so much for watching. And again, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.